When Taliban took over Afghanistan, I had to escape very early, very quickly, because I was a single mom in Afghanistan. I was working with government in a high position. And so in a traditional and religious country, being a woman is, it's very difficult. So I had to leave the country very quickly, but there was a problem. Uh, when some people wants to help me, but they they told me we can transfer you, but not your son. So when I heard that word, those words, my heart shattered into pieces because I never expected that. My son just 7 years old. He was very young, too young, and he was very small. He needs me. For a second, I couldn't speak. I couldn't hear anything. Just I stand and thought to myself, how could I leave him behind? And how can I go, I escape, and without him? It was very, very hard decision. I just for a moment I thought to myself, staying and hold him, hug him, and tell him everything is going to be okay. So I'm here. Don't worry about anything. But after a second, I thought to myself, you know, there was no guarantee for me in Taliban's rule under Taliban rules. So I thought to myself, a dead mother is, an alive mother is better than a dead one. So I decided to leave him behind. I was sleeping and I had a dream. He was, naked on the ground, and his body was full of wound and blood, and he was naked. And I hugged him and lifted by my hand, and it was like this in my hand, and I was just crying. When I woke up, my hand was like this, and I was crying in my bed. I lost my family, I lost everything, I left everything behind myself. But just at that moment, and those days, I was thinking about my son. Just about hug him once, you know. Sometimes just, it was very difficult moment. Every mom, they can understand it. Just imagine one day you have to leave everything, even your small boy, a very helpless soul. So how can I describe him? He's very little. How can his small heart can tolerate it? It was very difficult, I think. So now we passed everything. I couldn't believe I can see him again. It was very stressful, very, happy days. I couldn't sleep the night before that. So, my heart was going to stop. When I see him and I touch his little hand, I thought the world stopped. I couldn't hear anything. I just touch his hand, and when his body, I touch his little body and hug him. All the suffer, all the pain, all the distance. Suddenly, it didn't matter. No, just I had him back, and it was. Uh, something I couldn't describe. I can't describe it.